chapter number 15, natural phenomena. So first question is, which of the following cannot be charged easily by friction? So you have to find out of these four options, which cannot be charged by friction. So first is plastic scale. Second is copper rod. C is inflated balloon. D is woolen cloth. As we know, non-conducting material is charged by friction. So plastic scale is non-conducting, inflating balloon is non-conducting, a woolen cloth is non-conducting. So it can be charged by the friction. So which is not charged by the friction? Copper rod, because it is conducting material. So conducting material cannot be easily charged by friction. So answer is copper rod. So which is cannot be charged easily by friction? Answer is copper rod. So second question is, when a glass rod is rubbed with a piece of silk cloth, the rod, you have to find which is the right answer. As we know, when glass rod is rubbed with piece of silk, then the rod acquires positive charge and the cloth acquires negative charge. Why rod acquires positive charge? By convention. By convention, the rod acquires positive charge and the cloth acquires negative charge. So why it acquires positive and negative charge? It is by convention. So next question is true, false. Write T against true and F against false. First statement is like charge attract each other. As we know, unlike charge attract each other. So it is false statement. So it is false statement. Second statement is a charged glass rod attracts a charged plastic straw. So charged glass rod and charged plastic rod, it attracts or not? Yes, because the material is different. Rod is different with plastic straw. So rod is different with the plastic straw. If the material is different, it attracts. Yes, it is true statement. So C statement is lightning conductor cannot protect a building from lightning. So it is false statement. As we know, lightning conductor protect a building from lightning. So it is false statement. So D statement is earthquake can be predicted in advance. As we know, we can't predict earthquake in advance. We know the reason of earthquake, but we can't predict earthquake in advance. So it is true statement. So as we know, D is earthquake can be predicted in advance. So we can't predict, it is false statement. So as we know, the cause of earthquake is known, but we can't predict earthquake. So it is false statement. Next question is, sometimes a crackling sound is heard while taking off a sweater during winters. So when we taking off sweaters in the winters, which sound is produced? Crackling sound produced. Why crackling sound produced? Because charge is produced. On which substance charge is produced? On the woolen sweater. On the woolen sweaters, it acquires charge. Why it acquires charge? Because of the friction. And in which two substances friction is there? Between the sweater and the body. Between the sweater and the body. So it acquires friction, and due to this friction, it acquires charge. So in this way, a crackling sound is heard. जब हम स्वेटर्स को उतारते हैं तो क्रैकलिंग साउंड क्यों आती है? बिकॉज वूलन स्वेटर जो है वो चार्ज हो जाता है, जो स्वेटर और बॉडी की फ्रिक्शन की वजह से, because of rubbing it acquires charge. Because of rubbing it acquires charge. So next question is, explain why a charged body loses its charge if we touch it with our hand. Why a charged body? Suppose a body has some charge and it loses its charge when we touch it with our hands. एक बॉडी को चार्ज करते हैं, अगर हम उसको टच करते हैं तो वो चार्ज क्यों लूज कर देती है? Why it loses charge? Because of the phenomena electric discharge. As we know, when we touch any charged object, our body also gets charged, and these charge will transfer to the earth. And this phenomena is known as electric discharge. जैसे ही हम चार्ज बॉडी को हम टच करेंगे, वो सारा का सारा चार्ज हमारी बॉडी में आ जाएगा, हमारी बॉडी से वो सीधा अर्थ में जाएगा, और इस प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज. And our body, and then this charge body loses its charge. Why it loses charge? Because of the phenomena electric discharge. So question number 6 is, name the scale on which destructive energy of the earthquake is measured. As we know, for the earthquake, which scale is used? Recharge scale. Recharge scale is used for measuring energy of the earthquake. Next is, an earthquake measures 3 on this scale. Would it be recorded by a seismograph? If it has 3 on the scale, can it be recorded? Yes, it can be recorded by the seismograph. If the earthquake has measured 3, it can be recorded by the seismograph. Yes. Can it cause much damage? No. If it has reading 3, it has no damage for us. Generally, if it has reading higher than 5, then it is destructive in nature. So, if the Richter scale has reading less than 5, then it cannot destroy our life, and it is less destructive. If the value is greater than 5, then it is destructive in nature. So which scale is used for measuring earthquake? Recharge scale. And on which it is recorded? Seismograph. So next question is, suggest 3 measures to protect ourselves from lightning. So what are the 3 measures to protect us from lightning? So when lightning comes, how can we protect from the lightning? First point is, stay in a completely closed room. Next is, if you are moving in a car, then remain there until the lightning is over and close the window of the car immediately. So you have to stay in a completely closed place if any lightning comes. And if you are moving in a car, you should shut down all the windows and all the doors of the car immediately. So if you are in a car and lightning comes, you shut down all doors and windows of the car immediately. So next is, do not touch any electrical wires, telephone cables, metal pipes. If you are in our house, you don't touch any electric wires, you don't touch any telephonic cables, you don't touch any metal pipes in our house, because these metal is the good conductor of electricity, and charge will transfer to our body through these devices. And next point is, do not bath in the running water, because running water also conducts charge. So do not bath in the running water when lightning comes. And if we do bath in the running water, it can create electric shock. So what are the 3 measures? Stay in a completely closed place. Don't touch any electrical appliances in our house. Do not bath in the running water. So next question is, explain why a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon, whereas an uncharged balloon is attracted by another charged balloon. So when a charged balloon is taken, why it is repelled by the another charged balloon, whereas an uncharged balloon is attracted by the another charged balloon? When we were doing the experiment of charging of balloon, as we discussed in the chapter number 15, when we take similar charged balloon, they repel each other. As we discussed in the activity 15.3, when the same charged balloon is taken, it is repelled. And but an uncharged balloon is attracted by the another charged balloon. When one balloon is charged and another is uncharged, why it is attracted? So you have to know the reason why it is attracted. Answer is, the nature of the charges present on the surface of the charged balloon are similar. फर्स्ट केस में पहला बैलून भी चार्ज है, दूसरा बैलून भी चार्ज है, और दोनों बैलून के ऊपर हमारा चार्ज सेम है. So since like charge repel each other, so the balloon repel each other. And another case is uncharged body and another is charged balloon. So when charged body is brought near uncharged body, the uncharged body acquires charge on its surface caused by the induction of charges. And the charge of opposite nature in the relation, since unlike charge attract each other, so it is attracted. So when the charge, अगर हमारा एक बैलून चार्ज है और दूसरा भी चार्ज है, so because balloon is same, material is same, so it repel each other. And when uncharged balloon is taken by the charge balloon? Because जो चार्ज बैलून से सारा का सारा चार्ज अनचार्ज बैलून पे ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा ड्यू टू इंडक्शन प्रोसेस. ड्यू टू इंडक्शन प्रोसेस the charge will transfer to the uncharged balloon and it is of opposite nature, so it will attract. So next question is, describe with the help of diagram an instrument which can be used to detect a charged body. So which instrument is used to detect a charged body? As we know, electroscope. So electroscope is used to detect a charged body. And how it works? This is an electroscope. So how it works? It has aluminium foils. So at the end, aluminium foil sleeve is attached, and in the center there is a metal rod, and on the top metal disc is present, and on the above charged body is taken. So you have to write construction of this electroscope. It has a metal rod, at the end 2 leaves of aluminium foil, and on the top there is a metal disc, and after metal disc a charged body is taken. When the metal disc is touched with the charged body, suppose कोई भी बॉडी चार्ज है, उसको हम मेटल डिस्क के पास लेके जाएंगे, तो सारा का सारा चार्ज एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल के पास आ जाएगा, और एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल जो है दोनों हमारी सेम ही चार्ज एक्वायर कर लेंगी. सपोज पॉजिटिव पॉजिटिव, देन एल्यूमिनियम जो हमारी एल्यूमिनियम फॉइल की लीव्स हैं, दे रिपेल ईच अदर. इफ दे रिपेल ईच अदर, then the body has charge. If they don't repel each other, the body has no charge. Suppose जिस बॉडी को भी हमने चेक करना है, उसको मेटल डिस्क के साथ टच करेंगे. If leaves are repelling, then it has charge. Otherwise, it does not has charge. And this phenomena is known as charging by conduction. So this is an electroscope. You have to remember how electroscope works. So next question is, list 3 states in India where earthquakes are most likely to strike. So you already know in which area mostly earthquakes are morely likely to strike. First is Jammu Kashmir, second is Gujarat, and third is Assam. In these 3 states, earthquakes are more likely to strike. So next question number 11 is, suppose you are outside your home and an earthquake strikes, which precaution you need to take to protect yourself? Suppose you are outside your home and an earthquake comes, which precautions are needed? When earthquake comes and you are out of your home, which precautions are needed? First is, try to find an open field away from the tall building, installations, tall trees, and electrical wires and poles. So which precaution will be taken in case of earthquake? First is, try to find an open field away from the tall buildings. So you stay away from the tall buildings, you stay away from the tall trees, you stay away from the electrical wires, and you also stay away from the electrical poles. So when earthquake comes, you stay away from building, tall trees, electrical wires, and poles. And next is, if you are traveling by the bus, and if you are traveling by the car, and do not come out of the car or the bus. So do not come out of the car or bus when earthquake stops. Ask the driver to drive in an open field. So when an earthquake comes, which position will be taken? As we discussed in the lesson, this is the safest position during the lightning. This is the safest position during the lightning. And when earthquake comes, which precautions are needed? Try to find out the open field away from the tall buildings, electrical poles, and electrical wires. When you are traveling in a bus or by the car, do not come out and ask the driver to drive in the open field. Next question is, the weather department has predicted that a thunderstorm is likely to occur on a certain day. वेदर डिपार्टमेंट ने अगर प्रेडिक्ट कर दिया कि किसी दिन थंडरस्टॉर्म आएगा. सपोज यू हैव टू गो आउट ऑन दैट डे. सपोज तुमने अगर किसी इमरजेंसी में बाहर जाना पड़ गया सेम डे, वुड यू कैरी एन अम्ब्रेला और नॉट? एक्सप्लेन. नो, you should not carry an umbrella during the thunderstorm. As we know, when thunderstorm comes, lightning also comes and electric discharge from the clouds also takes place. And in umbrella, there is a metallic rod, and due to this metallic rod, we can get electric shock. So it is not safe to use umbrella during lightning times. Suppose when thunderstorm comes and information is given in advance, and if there is an emergency to go out on that day, we should not use an umbrella. Why you should not use an umbrella? Because it has a metallic rod, and metal is a good conductor of electricity. When thunderstorm comes, lightning, electric discharge from the cloud takes place. Because when thunderstorm comes, lightning also takes place, and electric discharge from the cloud also takes place. Due to this, we can get electric shocks. So it is not safe to use an umbrella during lightning time. So you can find out, so which precautions are needed when earthquake comes. Try to stay away from tall trees, electric poles, and electric wires. And if you are traveling in a bus, then do not come out when earthquake stops. And in which countries, in which states earthquakes are more likely to strike? Jammu Kashmir, Gujarat, and Assam. And question number 9, which instrument is used to whether an object has charge or not? This is electroscope. Firstly, we will write the construction of the electroscope. It has leaves of aluminium foil, and it has metal rod, and on the top there is a metal disc, and on the top, on the metal disc, if we touch any object, if the leaves of the aluminium foil repel each other, then it has charge. Otherwise, it does not have charge. And which phenomena is used in this process? Charging by conduction. So charging by conduction. And question number 8 is, why a charged balloon is repelled by another charged balloon? Because of the same charge. And why uncharged balloon is attracted by another charged balloon? Because of induction process, it acquires different charges. So they attract each other. So which precautions are taken during lightning? Stay away, stay in completely closed place. Do not touch electrical wires. Do not bath in the running water. And which instrument is used for measuring earthquake? It is measured by the recharge scale. And it has reading 1 to 10. If it has reading 3, can we measure? Yes, we can measure the reading 3. And how it is measured? It is measured by the seismograph. And it is destructive or less destructive? It is less destructive. If it has reading greater than 5, it is destructive in nature. So question number 5, why a charged body loses its charge if we touch it with our hands? So if we touch a charged body with our hand, it loses charge due to the phenomena electric discharge. Due to the phenomena electric discharge. Why a crackling sound is heard while taking sweaters off during winters? Because of the friction between sweaters and the body. So next is, first statement is like charge attract each other. So like charge repel each other. It is false statement. A charged glass sword attracts a charged plastic straw. Material is different. It attracts, so it is true. Lightning conductor cannot predict a building, cannot protect a building. It is false statement. Earthquake can be predicted in advance. No, earthquake cannot be predicted in advance. So it is false statement. So it is false statement. We can't predict earthquake in advance. We know the reason of earthquake, but we can't predict the earthquake in advance. So it is false statement. So next is, when a glass rod is rubbed with the silk cloth, the rod acquires positive charge and the cloth acquires negative charge. Why it acquires positive and negative charge? By convention. ग्लास रोड को ही हमने पॉजिटिव क्यों लिया और क्लॉथ को ही नेगेटिव क्यों लिया? हमने सपोज कर लिया था कि ग्लास रोड के ऊपर सपोज पॉजिटिव आया है और क्लॉथ रोड के ऊपर हमारा नेगेटिव चार्ज आया है. So it is by convention. So which cannot be charged by friction? As we know, copper rod is conducting, so it cannot be charged by the friction. So if you have any query regarding this topic, you can ask. If you have any query regarding this topic, you can ask. Raise your hands. Rahul, ask your question. Yes, ask your question. Pradeep sir, on this mic. Yes, Rahul, ask your question.